my little bell. We are ready to do a toast. And I have prepared something that I'm going to read because if you know me well, you know that I can't speak without crying when I'm emotional. And so I felt like if I had something, I know, Tina, you're my kindred spirit. If I had something prepared that I could read that maybe the tears wouldn't flow as bad. This is such a joyous occasion that I'm not crying because I'm sad, I'm crying because I'm overwhelmed with happiness. But this is what I have prepared to say. And Jeff's going to help me with some of the things that we will be giving out to Robin and Jeffrey. It's right here. I'll show you which ones. He knows which ones. He's just pretending he doesn't.
I'm a man of few words.
I do all the talking. But that's okay. It's worked for 30 years, though. It works still.
32 years.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Way to go, Miss Candy!
We've been married for 30. But 32 we haven't. That's true. Okay, here
Way
we
to go, Jeff.
Our hearts are very happy tonight as we look forward to a beautiful wedding ceremony tomorrow for our Jeffrey and our Robin. I have much that I would like to say, but I will keep it short and sweet for all of your sakes. Jeff and I have 5 gifts to present to the future Mr. and Mrs. Jeffrey Ward. In our personal 30 years of marriage, we have come to the realization that life brought sometimes tears of heartache, but most of all tears of joy. Our prayer is that your tears of joy will be far outweighed with your tears. I've got to read that again. Our prayer is that your tears of joy will far outweigh your tears of heartache. And thus the purpose of the first 2 gifts. First is the engraved bottle of champagne. And Jeff, if you'll grab that first. We picked this gift.
Should take this up too?
Yes.
Way to
We
go,
picked
Miss
this
Jeff.
gift because our hope is that your dreams and our dreams are for you to have many moments to celebrate in the years ahead. The second gift is a box of tissues to be used to catch all of those tears of joy that are sure to come.
Oh. Like a champ, Mr. Jeff. My favorite couple.
Okay. And this is the most special gift, so please pay attention. The third and fourth gifts are Bibles for each of you. As Christian parents, there is no greater prayer that we can offer than to pray daily for our children. And Robin, that now includes you. In our daily prayers, we ask and have for years that God protect you and guide you and make himself known to you in very real ways. We also pray that your lives will be a reflection of his love. Let the words of this very important book guide you. There are instructions here for every aspect of life. We hope that you will make this your life instruction book. I have shared with Robin that Jeff and I began praying on September 13th, 1986, that God would begin preparing a very special person for our Jeffrey to share his life with. Robin, you are the answer to that prayer, and we are so thankful. The final gift, did you give them the Bible?
Mr. Jeff, get it together. You're holding.
You see what I put up with?
You missed the cue just by hair.
Okay, and for the final gift, it is the one that we hope you will display in your home for years to come. It reflects the verses that have had the most meaning in our marriage. our hope is that they will become the groundwork for your marriage as well. I will close with these words from 1 Corinthians 13:13. And Jeffrey and Elisa were both born on the 13th, so those numbers have always been very special to me. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Here's to a lifetime of great love. We love you more than you could possibly know. My new daughter. I love you, sweet girl.
Almost broke up that tissue box.
Well, go ahead.
I love you.
And now we have a toast from Elisa. Are you okay? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Well, since I am my mom's daughter, I'm going to read as well. Jeffrey, aka Beppy, and Robin, aka Jobin. When I sat down to write this, I had no idea where to start. I've definitely thought about this moment in the past, just can't believe it's actually here. Jeffrey, what can I say? You've been by my side from the very beginning. Starting from was screaming at everyone in the hospital when I was born to put her down and let her walk. To me being just 3 days old, lying on mom and dad's bed, and you deciding or attempting to be the big help to pick me up and to take me into the living room where dad was. Well, you tried. Me being the 10-pound baby that I was, it was quite the struggle. That ended with you dropping me on the floor with the breath knocked out of me. Scaring mom and dad to death, hoping that I survived. Boy, am I glad I did. That was just the start of the many shenanigans we got ourselves into. Looking up to you for as long as I can remember has been one of the biggest blessings I can think of. Even though we had our times we wanted to rip each other's heads off, and I know we actually tried once or twice, we always eventually ended our arguments with "I'm sorry" and "I love you." And I like to think not just because mom made us. Not a lot of people can brag about their big brother like I can. From sharing a bedroom most of our childhood, to begging Jeffrey to make sure the monsters weren't under my bed anymore, I really didn't leave Jeffrey much choice other than being the best big brother I could ask for. From soccer games to endless baseball seasons, basketball games to football games, and tennis matches, I've stood on the sidelines in my first cheerleading uniform at 4 years old until I can remember being one of your biggest fans. And watching how talented you are. I like to claim you're so talented in all those sports simply because you started out dancing with Nana. You started out dancing with Nana, me, and some of your favorite people. Sorry, Jeffrey, I had to.
Cool outfit.
And then you began dating. I stayed by your side, quickly telling you who would never work out. Your college days were a blast, with some great memories that me and my best friends, who have also become your best friends, will never forget. Then you moved to Charleston, a fresh start that I happily supported. I'll never forget that call. You were so excited about this girl you had met, and you were taking her out. I told you to tell me as soon as you could how it went. I don't think the night was even over when you texted me, "I'm going to marry this girl." So naturally, I was very eager to meet Robin. But before even meeting her, just hearing Jeffrey talk about her, I knew it was a very good thing. Of course, after meeting Robin, I knew she was special, and I definitely thought to myself they were a great match. I loved them together, mainly because I saw a happiness in Jeffrey I had never seen before. And over the years, I've grown to love Robin just as much as Jeffrey does. And all of you know, that's a whole lot. Robin, you're a beautiful person inside and out, and I'm not just saying that, I truly mean it. And I couldn't have picked a better match for my brother. So thank you for coming into his life. Jeffrey, I know our brother-sister bond is special, and it can never be broken. But I'm so excited for the new sister bond Robin and I have started. I used to pray all of the time for a sister, and that prayer has finally come true. I will cherish our memories forever, Jeffrey, and I can't wait for the many more to come with Robin and her family joined together with ours. We've both been blessed with great ones, and you've both been blessed with great examples of what a marriage should be like. I know our parents have done everything they can, and a great job at that, to set the best possible example of a marriage, and Robin, I can tell your parents have done the same. Y'all have a lot to live up to, but I have no doubt that your marriage will. Life as we know it does not come easy. Make the best of every moment and cherish the beauty of it. The beauty is not always there. Sometimes you have to search for it harder than other times. Happiness is a choice, so just choose to be happy. Now that's all my positivity part of the speech. Cheers to both of you and your beautiful life ahead. I love you both and you'll ever know.
Way to bring the house down good. Oh, I know, don't we? We said no after the speech.
Just have to get the cropping out.
Do we have some other toasts, Jeffrey? I think you said some of your friends had prepared something.
I think we want to say a word.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to try to make this even shorter. I prepared 2 full pages myself. But I might have to find myself a little bit more light. Anyway, if it looks like I got less hair today, it's from all the wind blowing this afternoon over the rehearsal there. First of all, I want to thank Candy and Jeff for this wonderful event that we have, and I got a bet going with Jeffrey. If I start crying within a minute, he owes me $100. I owe him $100. If I go past 2 minutes, he owes me $100. All right, being from Belgium, I got to tell you, I've never heard of a rehearsal dinner in my life. I wonder, does one have to prepare for a wedding and then later on decide, do I want to go on with this? But yeah, I can understand it right now. It's kind of, you walk where you're supposed to walk, you don't touch what you're not supposed to touch, and you don't say what you're not supposed to say. So I got to figure it out, and I think it's a good thing. I think it's a wonderful thing. The ceremony tomorrow, if that is going to be as wonderful as tonight, then we're going to be in for a blast. So I also want to thank our family from Belgium, especially our special friends Mike and Mary, and everybody from the Ward family who drove as far as all the way from Alabama. I flew in from Europe to come and be with us for this celebration. I want to talk a little bit about Robin, and I'm ad-libbing right now. Robin, when she was a little girl, she was always wanting to be in the spotlight. She wanted to have attention. So we have many, many pictures of her sister Christy with Robin's face sticking in there. Another thing that Robin liked was she loved to dress up, be it a princess, be it a ballerina, or any Disney character you could think of at the time as long as it was female. So guys, think about it. What a blast is she going to have tomorrow? She'll be in the spotlight, and heck, she'll be dressing up. So, Robin, her best day of her life, I think, was when she met Jeffrey. And you owe me $200 right now. So I made it right now. She came home that weekend after, and she told me she had met this tall, slender, athletic, smoking hot guy. and her that whole weekend long, her eyes were like hazy, her smile was infectious, and you could tell, she was in love. And after I know Jeffrey now, I know why. He is smoking hot. It truly is. Now, Jeffrey had it really worked out. I'm going to tell you the story how he asked me, which I truly appreciate. He asked me for the hand of my dog, which I know was very much a traditional thing to do. And some places they don't do it anymore. They assume we're going to get married. But we were at our house. We just came back from Greenville picking up Jax, Robin's dog, which was a gift from us for her graduation from PT school. We got home and we were sitting around, had a beer, drank something to celebrate the new addition to their life. And I wanted to protect the house. I took the dog out every now and then to kind of make sure he wasn't peeing all over the carpet. So I walked out, and lo and behold, Jeffrey kind of followed me. I said, okay. So I'm kind of dribbling around, a little nervous. Of course, we had a couple of beers already, so it was a little bit loose. I was a little bit loose. And there, while the dog was finding a bush to relieve himself on, he asked me if he could marry my daughter. And I believe there's a couple of things I asked him. He said, I'll ask two things. Will you respect and love my daughter unconditionally? And I knew he'd say yes, of course. And I think we hugged, right? We hugged. So it was a wonderful thing to do. Anyway, the other day, my sister Rachel asked me how I felt about giving my daughter away. And I really feel I'm not giving her away. I'm gaining a son. And these young people have a wonderful, deep breath, future ahead of themselves. They're successful, they're bright, they're intelligent, and they have wonderful family support from the Ward and from the Verjans family. And so I want to at least propose a toast to these guys and drink to their happiness. And let's encourage them to continue working on the relationship, because it's a tough job, and it better be the hardest work you ever do in your life. And it takes a tremendous amount of dedication, mutual support, trust, sacrifice, and especially love, like Candy mentioned. So I say, buckle up, hang in there. It's going to be a wild ride.
And he made it through without any tears. Good job, Philip. Okay, who's next? Christy?
Do you want to come up here? I can. Okay, I'm just gonna go right.
Christy, think Coors Light, baby.
I'm Christy, Robin's sister, little sister, little big sister, yeah. Not a good teacher, always cry, but I've always been there, from playing woods and playing our sports to living all summer and playing the volleyball and going to school, driving me to school. You know how much you mean to me, and went through all the dating with you. And all of that. And when I first met Jeffrey, I was pleasantly surprised. And like from the night that he came sleepwalking into my room, I was like,
That was the best.
He said that was the best.
okay, after this is family. Never had a brother, and I'm happy you're gonna be one of them. So, that's good.
She said that's good. Oh.
matron of honor. And I remember back when Robin was first telling me about this guy named Jeffrey she started seeing. It was about 3 years ago, and it was actually just before my own wedding. I don't know what it was, but her eyes sparkled, she got all giddy, I remember you saying this, and I couldn't put my finger on it, but I could just tell there was something else there. Then, later on, at my wedding during the bouquet toss, my suspicion was confirmed. Those of you who don't know, Robin had her dress hiked up. Catch that bouquet at all costs. And she wasn't the only lady there trying to catch the bouquet, but the other girls, they didn't stand a chance. So, shockingly, in spite of this, Jeffrey did not jump off the boat and swim for shore. Not only did he not run, but that night he asked Robin to be his girlfriend and made it official. Yeah, she got the bouquet. And since then we've been able to spend a lot more time with Robin and Jeffrey, and I'm really pleased to say that these two are truly 100% meant for each other. It was about a month ago that we went down to Savannah, all the bridesmaids and I, and for Robin's bachelorette weekend. And one of the games that Christy and I prepared for Robin was a fiancé quiz, where we asked Jeffrey several questions about Robin, and Robin had to guess what she thought Jeffrey's answers were. So some of the questions we asked were things like, what's the most annoying habit Robin has, or what's the most embarrassing thing Robin has ever done? So what do you think Jeffrey's answers were? Do you think he said her laugh was annoying, or one time she tripped on her face, or maybe he's embarrassed by her driving skills? No, he didn't say anything like that. He said, she might be embarrassed by her dance moves, but I think they're so cute. She's got this one little move she does with her arms. That's really the thing. It's the supposedly annoying or embarrassing things about her he finds adorable, and he absolutely loves about her. I've known Robin since kindergarten. We used to play dress up like princesses and do our makeup and play make-believe. Now, tomorrow, I get to see you, Robin, dressed up in a gorgeous gown on your wedding day, and hear you say your vows to your real life Prince Charming kind of Ken doll. I'm just so happy to see that you've found, true happiness. I think you guys are soulmates. You're gonna have gorgeous babies. Grow old together. I hope you guys enjoy this evening with family and friends. I hope you enjoy every single moment of your wedding day tomorrow. Enjoy your fabulously sexy honeymoon. You came here. And most importantly, enjoy the rest of your lives together as a married couple.
That was really good.
I would now.
No, here we go. Gotta get up close for this one.
Like we didn't meet anymore. For those of you that don't know Jeffrey like I do, y'all know that growing up, he had to be number one. And to me, that was his best asset. Whether it be football, basketball, baseball, fishing, playing around basketball, anything we did, he had to be number one.
Couldn't have been golf.
And he was a great athlete and he beat everybody. And it wasn't until about our sophomore year in college when I finally got him to play golf with me. And I enjoyed every single hole because I beat him by about But knowing that Jeffrey has always had to be number one, when I met Robin, I knew that he wouldn't settle for anything less. And that's exactly what he got in Robin. And Jeffrey, knowing you from your dad coaching me when we were 4 years old in soccer. I mean, nobody is more proud of you than me. You're a true friend, and I will always be a true friend to you. And I'm so happy for you, and look forward to so many great times ahead.
Whoa, way to go, Robin.
I wasn't going to say it, but I got one more toast I got to say. May your honeymoon be like my dining room table. 4 bare legs and no drawers.
I'm not really sure how I followed that last line. My name is Stevenson. I've known Jeffrey since we were probably 7 or 8. We met on the soccer field. And it means a lot, for me just to be part of this weekend and to be here. But Jeffrey and I grew up together, and going over to his house, Mr. and Miss Ward, Lisa, y'all are literally like a second family to me. I live in Columbus now, and he's in Charleston. I don't get to see him as much, but the growing up at y'all's house every day will always be a part of my life. And even Mr. Ward giving the prayer for the dinner, brought back memories of me being over to their house all the time. Him saying the prayer, literally just being a second family to me, and I was over there all the time. And like Robert said, it was fun. He always had to be number one. It was always competitive. But literally, he was like a brother to me, and it means the world to me to be a part of the weekend, and I'm honored to be here. So I thank you, Jeffrey, and over the last couple years, I've loved getting to know Robin, and y'all are just perfect for each other. And it's just I can't say anymore. I'm just honored to be a part of the weekend. So thank y'all for having me. And cheers to y'all.
Cheers. Yes.
There is no way I will get through this without having a tear. There has been, and I'm sorry, my name is Caitlin. I'm Jeffrey's cousin, first cousin, and you talk about growing up with somebody, your cousin being your absolute best friend. I am so happy and so honored to be here and be a part of your marriage. And Robin, you are a sweetheart, and you are humble and down to earth, and you couldn't fit any more into this family. And I'm just so thankful that you will be a part of this family. I could go on and on about the memories, and a lot of you in this room that grew up with Jeffrey know how close his cousins are to him. And I'm just, once again, just so thrilled and so honored to be here, and so happy for both of you, and I love y'all very much. So. Woo!
Are there any others? Anyone else? I have a video that I prepared, and I was told that I had to keep it under 5 minutes because you know me well, I have a zillion and one pictures. So to keep my video with the pictures under 5 minutes was a very big challenge. I've been working on it for months, and it took me all week to finalize it because I had to keep trimming the fat. But I finally trimmed it down. I think I'm about 5 minutes and 26 seconds. But these are just some special pictures of Robin and Jeffrey as they grew and have become the special woman that they are today. So I'm going to try to get this started.
I don't like this.